Welcome to Sutter Health Park in Sacramento, home of the Athletics. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the San Francisco Giants going up against the Athletics. John Shambi on the play-by-play with you. Chris Singleton providing the color. Biggest storyline coming into this one. He's riding quite the hitting streak, Singy.
Been seeing the ball so well, Boog. One of the toughest outs in the league right now. It'll be interesting to see how they pitch to him today.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Luis Severino. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots. Okay, all set to go. Jake McCarthy getting ready to hit. Bunting for a hit. Ibanez. Not in time.
He's in there. He's
safe.
Batting second.
No shame in his game. He extends his hitting streak by laying down a bunt, and it counts for a reason. The streak lives to see another day. Nicely done to utilize some small ball right there.
Ball.
McCarthy aboard here at first with nobody out. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. Runner takes off in the dirt, blocked. And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. That's just his 70th stolen base of the year. No big deal.
Well, he's batting leadoff, and he's acting like a traditional leadoff hitter. Gets on base to start the game, then puts himself on second with a nice stolen bag. I think that sets the tone for the offense for sure.
Out towards right center field. Brings it in. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with one out.
Batting third.
Here's the Giants lineup. Been a real struggle this year. They're at the very bottom of the league in on-base percentage, and of course, when that's the case, other offensive categories follow suit, Singy.
Yeah, it's really tough for any team that struggles to get on base. Dramatic home runs and base-clearing hits do more for a team than just change the score. Good teams feed off that stuff.
Arise in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. On the ground, Ibanez. In plenty of time to first, but it's 1-0 as the run scores.
Good situational hitting right there. Grounds out, gets that run in from third. They get on the board first.
And here is Devers. Gets him to chase after that one. Comes up empty. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Third out, and that ends the frame. On to the bottom of the. We go to the bottom of the first. And on the hill for the Giants, Robbie Ray. Lots of punch-outs. A real strikeout artist, Singy.
His career ERA's been under 4. What I like most about him is his reliability. Takes the ball every fifth day, ready to go whenever the manager calls.
Digging in, Tyler Soderstrom.
Here's someone, historically speaking, that prefers day games over night games. So I'm excited to see what he does in this one.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball. That's in there. That's strike one. Right back to him on the mound. Throw to first in time. And time now to check out the A's lineup. And no doubt a big factor in this series so far, Andy Ibanez. On a line, base hit. And the tying run is on base. So digging in, Jacob Wilson. One of the stars in the win yesterday as he had 3 hits. That one fouled hard the other way. Line and a base hit into right. Around second, on his way to third. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Good start for him to this ball game tonight. And I always talk about it. Get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence at such a higher level for the potential of having a big night.
Yeah, that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way.
Chopped in the ground. Quickly to second for 1. Got him. The double play cuts down the potential tying run.
Well, we can never overstate it. Pitcher's best friend right there. Double play, gets out of the jam, saves some pitches.
Second inning set to go. Willie Adames stands in.
Willie Adames.
And that one fouled off. Severino making his 10th start of the year. And he was born in the Dominican Republic. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now this pitching staff has been merciless against him in this one. I mean, he struck out 6 times in this series, and we've seen no adjustment out of him so far.
There's a strike. And a foul ball, he stays alive. On the ground, out to short. And he beats it. He's safe.
Tough play and a nice backhand stop. Had to be perfect with the exchange and throw to get the out, but it looked like he had to dig in there a little deeper, like he was trying to get a split finger grip or something. Close play, but that little extra time on the transfer made all the difference.
Chapman in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Eldridge leads off first with 1 away. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2. Kenny Jansen doing home plate duties in this one.
Not a huge strike zone from Jansen, so he can't really be called a pitcher's umpire, but he does like the bottom part of the strike zone. We may see some pitchers steal a few strikes down there, especially the ones right below the knees. That's if their catcher can present it properly.
Patrick Bailey, the next Giant to hit. 2 for 6 so far in the series. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. On the ground to the left, Wilson. And that's the inning. So the Giants leave 1. They lead it 1-0. Bottom of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Max Muncy.
Third baseman, Max Muncy.
That one misses, and that's ball one. That one missed. That's too low. And it's 3-0. That one at the knees for a strike. Payoff pitch. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move. No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Bader sizing it up. Makes the grab.
Batting seven.
One out man at first. Now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Into center and a base hit. Makes the turn at second, heads for third. Now the tag at third, and they got him.
Hey, as a former center fielder, I'm feeling pretty good right now. That's an excellent job by this guy to come up throwing and deliver a strike to third base. Now for the offense, that's a tough one to swallow because you never want to lose a runner in scoring position by making it out at third base. I think it's very important to establish the inside part of the plate early. It sets the tone for the rest of the game.
That one outside, and the count is even 2-2. Next one misses, and the count's full.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Payoff pitch. Grounds one to short. Adames tosses to first. Inning over. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Harrison Bader.
And a big swing and a miss.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
This one popped up. Ibanez takes it in for the out. And there's one away.
Next for the Giants, left fielder Jake McCarthy.
He's picked up right where he left off, Boog. Red hot at the plate and continuing that trend again today.
Trying to bunt his way on. Ibanez not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Up next,
this is a big part of his skill set, and he puts himself into situations where he can rely on his speed to impact the ball game. And this is just another example of it, and we'll see what else he can do now that he's on first.
Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. There's a ball. Throw to second. On a bounce. Safe. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. Man at second. Swinging a foul straight back. The 1-1.
Ball two.
To the right side. Gets to it with a slide. Nicely done for the out.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
Luis Ariz stands in. Backed off the plate that time. Two outs and a runner at third. Here in the third and final game of the series. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. One left for San Francisco, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Line drive to short and caught. One pitch and one out.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Left fielder, Tyler Soderstrom.
Ball inside.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away. Runner on at first with one gone. Next up for the A's, Nick Kurtz.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all three swings.
Fair ball. And it'll be runners at second and third, only one away.
Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Out to short. In time to Devers. Tie ball game as they get the second out, but the run scores. And now a chance for Shea Langoliers.
No,
Singy's currently the team leader in runs batted in. This one in the air, center field. Bader on the move. He's got it. And that is that. One run, one hit, one error, and one left. On to inning number 4. All tied 1-1. On to extra innings. Now it's Devers at the plate with an impressive home run total. Top 5 in the league is legit, Singy.
Oh, for sure, Boog. He's got that don't make a mistake vibe every time he steps in.
You can almost hear the crowd hold its breath when he swings.
Yeah, and most of the time it's for good reason. He's a human highlight reel.
Ball.
Fastball for a strike. And a swing and a miss. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Beat him inside on that last pitch, and when you look back at the pitch sequence on that strikeout, it's pretty interesting. Away, in, away, and then back in again. Really commanded both sides of the plate right there, and that makes it pretty tough to get comfortable in the box.
Swings through that one. All tied up. Top half of inning number 4. Out. Number 2.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Eldridge, the next to hit, takes outside. Two down, nobody on. And now 1 and 2.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
Fouls it off, still 1 and 2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. On to the bottom of the 4th. Bottom 4, down to third baseman, Max Muncy.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
The 0-2. On the ground to third, and that's a foul ball. The 0-2.
Ball.
Good job to fight that one off. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
0-2 now. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at-bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Started to go after it. Now a look down to first. Did not go. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. And that's a strikeout looking. And he strikes out the side here in the 4th. 5th inning coming up. Tied at 1. We go to the top of the fifth. Here's Matt Chapman.
Third baseman, Matt Chapman.
And a foul ball.
Well, these Giants definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
Got him swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Up next for the Giants.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Throw sails over his head at first. And this ball's going to wind up out of play.
Well, you can't give him 2 errors on that play, but that's pretty much what it looked like. Tried to stay with it after the bobble, and it might have pulled it off with a good throw, but it's very easy to rush the throw when you don't field it cleanly. A lot of times guys don't have a good grip on it, and I think that was the case right there.
So here's Bader now. Man at second. Ripped to third and caught. Throw not in time as he's able to get back to avoid the double play.
Well, that had RBI knock written all over it. Put a great swing on it, but a nice job on the infield to react and bring it down.
Jake McCarthy, the next Giant to hit. He's 2 for 2. Bunt attempt popped up. And safe at first, a bunt single.
Up next for the Giants, right fielder.
Oh, you could tell he was sniffing that hit all the way. Great hustle getting down the line.
Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. That's in for a strike.
No,
Throw
he's in
safe.
there.
Singy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Strike 2. Swing and a pop-up. Ibanez under it. He's got it, and that's the third out. Halfway home, all even, 1 apiece. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Here's the second baseman, Andy Ibanez. Started after it, appeal to first, and he went around. That's ruled a swing. Base hit, center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
And that one fouled off.
No. Way to lay off that pitch down.
And a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Here's the left fielder, Tyler Soderstrom.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
Ball, no.
Next pitch in for a strike, and the count even at 1. First and second, no outs. Last half of inning number 5. That's out to center field. Bader drifts towards it. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the A's, first baseman, Nick Kirk.
Ball.
Next pitch is outside. And a count now 2-0. Swings through that one for strike 2. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Runner around third. He scores and they have the lead. It's an RBI single. It's 2-1.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
This one in the air right field. That's a base hit. In to score from third. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Picks himself up an RBI. That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Now the catcher up to hit. Shea Langoliers. Grounded to third, could be 2. Feeds to second, out there. On to first, double play. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. 5 innings complete. It's the A's 3 and the Giants 1. This is Giants baseball on the show. Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game. Next to hit, Luis Arias. In the air to left center, Cortez turns to the right on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Giants, first baseman, Rafael Devers.
Look out!
Time. Dead
And
ball.
it hit him.
Up next.
One gone runner at first. Willie Adames. The next to hit. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
That's out.
Swings through that one, out in front that time.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Strikeout number 8.
Well, he's been racking up the strikeouts, and what's so impressive, not walking anyone. I mean, this guy's just going right after hitters, filling up the strike zone, and it looks like hitters, they're trying to think with him, but they just are a pitch behind. Dominating stuff out there on the mound.
Ball.
Late on that fastball. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. Bottom of the 6th. Stepping in, Max Muncy.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Now pitching for San
So the
Francisco,
Giants with a new
number
pitcher on the
64,
hill, Jason Foley.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than one hit per inning pitch so far this season. You know, these A's doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. Despite having 9 hits in the game, the numbers don't exactly jump off the page in terms of exit velocity. Nearly half have been traveling less than 90 miles per hour off the bat, but they're finding a way to get it done.
That misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
The 2-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Cortez wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And that one just barely missed. The call is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Everything came together for him. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Rooker at the plate now. That's ball 1.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball is down enough where...
What a stop. The feed for 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 7th inning coming up. It's the A's 3 and the Giants 1. We go to the top of the 7th. Now Matt Chapman at the plate. Shoots a line drive single into right center. Around first, digging for 2. The throw into second, and he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at-bat. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
In the air, right field. Clark under it. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Giants, center fielder Harrison Bader.
So now with 1 away and a man at second. And up next for San Francisco, Harrison Bader. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Chapman headed home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Luis Severino done for the day, and a nice effort. So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, Justin Sterner.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning. An incredible string of performances he's put together, Bird. Hitting streak keeps on going, and honestly, I don't even know why they keep pitching to him.
Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. The Giants with the tying run on at first here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Wilson. And that ends the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. bottom of the 7th. Their offense has produced a lot of hits so far, as we see from the spray chart.
Yeah, when a team has this many knocks, a lot of the time it gets clustered to one side or another. Not today. They're hitting it all over the field.
And the 1-0. Foul ball there. Check swing, but he went too far, and the count is 1-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Inside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one misses. 3-2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
There's a swing and a drive. And that one is foul. So we'll try it again. Payoff pitch. The other way. And that's a fair ball. So he gets a hit after a long battle with the pitcher. Denzel Clark up next for the A's. 1 for 2. Right through there for a strike. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Ball 1.
The 1-1. Hit on the ground to short. Adames. Arise has it for 1.
Yeah,
and 2.
you're out.
What a play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Nick Kurtz up next for the A's. Got to be careful with a slugger like this, because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. And the 0-1. Just missed. Challenge from behind the dish here. So the call stands. Still one challenge left for them. The 1-1. Swing and a ground ball. Chapman over to first in time. Out number 3. The A's strand. And welcome back to the ballpark. Leading off, Luis Ariz. Check swing, and he went 0-1. Looking to get the tying run on base. Broken bat, and it's popped up. 1 up, 1 down.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Next for the Giants, first baseman Rafael Devers.
Fouled off. He was late.
Ball.
The A's holding on to a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Up the middle. Slings to first in time.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
And Adamas swings through that one.
No.
Two down, nobody on. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. It's a ball and 2 strikes. That's smashed towards center. Plays it on a bounce, and it eats him up. So the tying run reaches with 2 away.
Great recovery in this one. Early in the count, he looked lost, but finished strong with a nice line drive.
Down the line, and it's foul.
Right now, they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a foul out of play. Here's the 0-2. That one almost got him. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Digging in, number 5. They turn things over to the southpaw, Eric Miller.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Now the 0-1. Line drive, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for the A's, catcher Shea Langoliers.
Yeah.
Hard liner, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Wilson headed for the plate, and they lead by 2.
Got the job done to put him up by 2. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball, and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
1 down. So up next, Carlos Cortez, 1 for 3. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Splits the plate. That is strike 2. 1 out and a runner at second. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Slider misses outside. Got him swinging.
Just a great slider right there. And I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, excellent execution, and it finished up in a perfect spot.
Inside.
That's off the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action. Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And that one is lifted in the air. McCarthy on the move to the alley. And that is that. A's get one on the RBI double. Last chance coming up for the Giants. Back now and on the mound, the closer, Mark Leiter Jr.
Oh, that insurance run in the bottom of the 8th inning was so good to add on, especially with this power hitter at the plate. If he goes deep, you're still up in the ball game. Really good spot to be in right here. So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Ball.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Patrick Bailey, the next Giant to hit. 0 for 3 in this one.
Oy.
Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Ripped to third and caught. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 9th. Running out of chances to pad the lead. This one in the air center field. Cortez on his way over. And that'll do it. The A's win the rubber match of this 3-game series.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.